This is the new MagGo wireless charging station. It's Anker's latest 3-in-1 foldable MagSafe charger that might just be the best all-in-one travel charger yet. It features 15-watt charging with the Qi2 standard. You can charge your iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods simultaneously at the same time. It can power up your Apple Watch Series 9 to about 47% in just 30 minutes, and all of this comes in a handy foldable design that weighs only 6.9 ounces. This is easily one of the smallest and lightest 3-in-1 docks out there. You guys know that I'm a big fan of travel gear, especially the things that simplify and make my life easier when I'm out and about on the go. Throughout my time with this charging station, I found it to be one of those things. Before we continue on and do some tests though, let's rewind to a quick unboxing so you guys can see what you get in the box, how to set it up, you know, the whole 9 yards. Alrighty, so when you first get this charging station and open up the box, you're gonna find a 40-watt USB-C charger, a 5-foot USB-C to USB-C cable, and the wireless charging station itself. What surprised me most when I first took this thing out of the box was how light it is. Seriously, this thing is like a feather, and it is incredibly small too. It can't be bigger than a standard deck of cards. It literally fits in the palm of your hand. Despite that, the build quality here is nice. It's mostly made of plastic, but it feels solid, well made, and has a nice click to it when it snaps shut. I really like how the watch charger cleverly folds underneath it to shrink down its overall footprint. It's a very clever design. I use an iPhone 15 Pro Max, Apple Watch Ultra 2, and AirPods Pro, and this station holds them all just fine. Each one starts charging as soon as they're placed on their respective pad. The phone and the watch magnets here are also as strong as you'd expect from a MagSafe charger. There's not going to be any budging or slipping around. One of my initial concerns with this station was that it wasn't going to be able to hold my 15 Pro Max. I had doubts due to the size of this phone and how small this station is. Turns out there was no need to worry. The Pro Max snaps on and holds just fine. Anker did a fantastic job with the design of this foldable charging station. I found it to be very well thought out. I know many people will be drawn to it for its incredible portability alone. Design aside, the true star of the show here is that new Qi2 standard. This brings with it those fast 15-watt charging speeds. If your iPhone supports it, you'll be able to swiftly power it back up in no time. I'm not one to sit and measure charging speeds, however, compared to the 7.5-watt wireless chargers that I'm used to, there is a noticeable difference in speed here. This charger doesn't charge at a consistent 15 watts, you know, to prevent overheating and all that, but when your phone battery is low, it will kick into gear to get you going and then fluctuate in its charging speeds to maintain things. For peace of mind, Anker does include a number of safety features in addition to a cooling system that dispenses heat when it's under heavy load. The charger does get warm, but I never found it to get too hot to touch. Another standout feature is the Apple Watch charger. If you have an Apple Watch Series 9, you can charge it to about 47% in just 30 minutes thanks to its MFW certification. For my Apple Watch Ultra 2, this charger is pretty fast too. Again, I don't really pay much attention to charging speed since I mostly charge at night, but from what I've observed, it is just as speedy as the Series 9 for when I need to get back up and running. And then there's the non-slip pad on here for your AirPods. If you have wireless charging in your AirPods, just drop them on the pad and they're gonna start charging. The good news about this is that you can charge up any pair of wireless earbuds that have wireless charging, not just AirPods, so this is pretty versatile. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that you can use other power adapters that are greater than 40 watts with this station. If you have a favorite adapter that you use already or travel around with, it should work just fine as long as it's greater than 40 watts. And lastly, I wanted to do a quick comparison between this new foldable charging station and Anker's own cube that I've been using and raving about for the past year. I have the 3-in-1 cube sitting next to my bed on my dresser for daily use. It is hands down my favorite charger of all time, but this new one definitely gives it a run for its money. It's a little cheaper, it's smaller, easier to travel with, and you're going to get those faster charging speeds thanks to Qi2. I will say the Cube is the nicer of the two design-wise for everyday use. However, the benefits of this new foldable station are tough to ignore, especially when it comes to portability. If you're debating between the two, I would go with this new foldable one if you're going to be traveling often. In a way, you get the best of both worlds. To start wrapping things up, I'm a huge fan of Anker Gear, and their latest 3-in-1 charger here here is yet another that doesn't disappoint. The charging speeds, the Qi2 tech, and the 3-in-1 convenience that this thing offers, they're great, but what's truly special about this thing is the portability and that compact design. You can easily just slip it into your pocket, toss it in your bag, and always have it with you. Once you have it set up in your hotel or Airbnb, you've got a fantastic solution that doesn't require carrying around a bunch of separate wires and power adapters. This thing is always going to be with me on my trips from this point forward. I adore it. So that's about all that I got for this video, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did and you liked what you saw, you know the drill. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because it always helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to follow Raymond Strazdas on X, Instagram, and TikTok for so much more. Until the next one, I will catch you guys later. Peace!